Hello and welcome to Ace Run Pro's coverage of the 2020 Hub City Halloween Open in Spartanburg, South Carolina. This event is sponsored by Great Courses of South Carolina, with coverage sponsored by Great Courses and Infinite Discs. This is Vern Weygandt from Great Courses, and I'm joined today by Deann Carey, sponsored by Innova Champion Discs.
Hello everyone, this is round 3, middle 9, on the Holston Creek Disc Golf Course. We have our lead card for the final day, which includes Ricky Wysocki, sponsored by Innova, Chris Dickerson, sponsored by Prodigy, Nikko Locastro, sponsored by Westside, and Zach Melton, sponsored by Dynamic Disc.
So far we've got Dickerson and Wysocki are running just about neck and neck. Wysocki is 30 under for the event and Dickerson 28 down. And then Nikko and Zach Melton are pretty close too. Only 3 strokes separate those guys. Now we're getting into the middle 9 of the course here. Starting off with hole 10, par 4, 560 feet. This is a shot that weaves through a couple trees here at the beginning, but it's pretty open. But then it goes deep into the woods after that. You might want to turn something over here and dip down into the right. And then it keeps falling here. You've got a few nests of trees, and then precariously perched in, hanging from a tree, from a zip line, actually at the trees, is the basket for this. And fun fact, they actually move this throughout the year, so you got different looks at the basket. Up first on the tee is Zach.
That looks like it might be a good shot if it comes back.
We'll see where he landed at. It looked pretty decent though.
He might have a line to the basket.
Really?
Maybe about in the same spot as where Zach is.
Yep.
I didn't.
Looks like Chris got cut off there right at the entrance of the wooded section. Nikko going old school back of the front 9. It's going over top of everything. Not too bad. I think he'll like that lie a lot better than the last time he went up over the trees. If you joined us for our front 9 coverage, you'll notice that the guys have stripped down a little bit. Jackets are gone, starting to warm up. Wow, excellent shot.
Nice little sidearm shot for Chris.
Let's see what Nikko's got here. Well done.
There you go.
Boom, nice birdie.
Thank you.
Just saving that par. Ricky getting a birdie after getting through all those trees. I think he was thinking twice about it when he heard that big blast of wind coming through there. You look at the trees in the background, I can see why.
That way it'll pop out.
And Zach cleaning up here. There you go, getting a par. Played pretty much as a true par 4. We had a few birdies on the day. Jermaine Barksdale, Noah Fivish, Ben Gossett, Thomas Grigg, Jeremy Colling, Nikko, Kenny Cadillac Miller, Jake Mon, Cody Taplin, and Ricky got one. So now we got Ricky at 31 down and Dickerson at 28 down there at the top. Hole 11. This one is, we go from a long par 4 to a super tight par 3, 225 feet. And this one is, you get past this first turn and you're pretty good, but a lot of the normal shots are really cut off here.
This is a pretty complicated hole to be as short as it is.
Mm-hmm.
You'll either see people come in with a pop-up backhand or with a flex sidearm. It's like what we'll see Ricky do here. This is another one of those poke and pray type of holes.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Such a great shot for Zach.
Yeah, and the lefty, I would not have imagined he would have done a backhand here, but man, it worked. Chris not liking it.
Looks like Zach will get a stroke on the card here.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's the thing about a hole like this. You don't really expect to see a lot of bogeys, but the birdie is super elusive.
Yeah, if you walk off with a birdie on this hole, you're feeling pretty good.
Wow. Chris almost rang it up anyhow. Yep, Zach cashing it in for one of the few birdies on the day. We had about 20% of the field. Anthony Anselmo, Owen Camp, Jesse Ewing, Rick Huber, Jeremy Colling, Zach, Raven Newsom, Clayton Pakala, Evan Scott, and Peter Van Brussel all got birdies today. And as you alluded to earlier, you get a tool in this hole, you're getting some strokes on people. Good putt. All right, yep, as you said, Zach getting strokes on the folks here, going to 26 down, closing in on the leaders. All right, hole 12, 225 feet, kind of a short hole. This one you throw off the tee and is a super dog leg left. This one's not too bad. You want to throw it and maybe have it skip around the corner here. You really just have a couple trees to miss. What do you throw for a big hyzer like this?
On this hole, I think I threw my S-Line DD3.
Mm.
Just something super stable that's gonna cut and then skip right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Got a little action off of that tree, but
Yeah.
it didn't make a difference.
Tree trickery.
And what Ricky did is really the shot here. You want to throw something low that skips up to the basket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these guys look like they're making quick work of this hole. Yep, they got it surrounded. Not surprisingly, this plate is one of the easiest holes of the round. About 0.4 under par, 2.63. Lots and lots of birdies today on this one. We did have some bogeys though. It is possible to get a bad skipper. If you go in early, that is a bad scene.
Looks like we'll tap in for a star frame here.
Mm-hmm. If you ever play Holston blind, this is a place you can kind of get lost because you think, okay, this hole's wrapped around to the left and there's a path to the left. Spoiler warning, that's not the direction you go. You end up making a loop back to hole 10 that way. Ricky at 32 down, Dickerson 29, Zach at 27, and Nikko at 24 down. Hole 13. Par 3, 340 feet. Little downhill shot. You have to be careful to not overcook this one because it looks like a nice little straight ace run shot, to be quite honest. This one's just right there if you throw a nice putter down here or even a mid-range. But if you go too far, then you see the excess of water back there. And some of that water is actually a lot closer than it seems, a little boggish behind the basket, about 30, 40 feet there. So yeah, you gotta be really careful not to cook it too much.
Ready to come back.
Yeah, I think Zach was thinking the same thing. He was trying to coax it back, but it didn't want to listen.
He should be down there and should have a pretty easy upshot, but...
Oh, yeah. Ricky's yellow pig.
This looks like it might be really good.
Mm-hmm. This is the line you want.
Still a little up on the hill, but...
Dickerson's came out just a little bit low there. Wow. Water behind it didn't bother him a bit. He was not phased.
Oh.
Wow. We tried to float it down there.
Oh.
He had so much want on that one too. You know, surprisingly, this hole played a little bit above par, about a quarter of a stroke above par.
Looks like Ricky will tap in for a bogey.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's very thrilled about that too. Good par save. These guys are cleaning up here. Although that did play a little bit tougher than you would imagine. We did have a few birdies on the day. Jermaine Barksdale, Big Germ birdied it. Kenny Miller, Raven Newsom, Walton Satcher, excuse me, Cody Taplin, and David Weaver representing Soda City down in Columbia. Hole 14, par 3, 285 feet. This is a weird one here because you're going to throw over the water here, and you throw off of this dock, and then you've got this little opening here, and then you have to judge how much am I going to smash it out over this water to where you come back. Because if you go short, then you're in the water. If you go long, there could be some tree trouble in the background, and you certainly don't want a long comeback putt on this one.
I believe the Parks Department cleaned up the line over the water a lot more.
Yep.
And so you can actually, there's a really good line now.
You see that?
And I believe this year the OB rules were different than last year. Last year it was just water. This year the OB line is on top of the hill.
Yep. I think the reason that they decided to do that when they're painting the line was just for safety's sake, because we'd had some rain, a good amount of rain beforehand, and when they were going out there, people were slipping down that slope, trying to get player safety happening there.
That's such a good shot.
Wow. Makes it easy when you do that. Boom.
Another really good shot.
Is it awkward throwing off of that little dock, you think?
I
You
believe
fine with
it
that?
would
It's
be,
in.
but
That right there.
Yeah,
we
he's
don't have to
definitely
throw
yeah,
from
I
it.
see.
So.
Right.
You see where
What
What was the?
used to
I want
be
to know
paint-
what was the line though. What,
it,
this
came,
is,
it just came all the way down into the water.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Sure.
Then you're in.
Cool. Cool.
That's
Cool.
fine.
Real cool.
Looks like he got the inbounds call, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Didn't quite make it all the way around, though.
Great birdie for Zach.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's one thing. When the tournament was over, we got a lot of great feedback from MPO, FPO, MP40, all you guys that played the courses here, and we actually sat down and went through all of the feedback for about 4 hours one night after the tournament. And we're like, all right, how can we make this thing better next year? What are some things we do? So I don't know how other TDs and other tournaments are, but we take everything you guys say to heart and try to make this better every year. Nikko not feeling it right here, but it is kind of it's a very pretty spot to have a basket. Ricky at minus 32, Dickerson at minus 30, Zach at 28, and Nikko at 22 under. And hole 14 pretty much played to par. Hole 15, par 3, 300 feet. This is one, I wish I had a better forehand to make this one work, because this is a great forehand shot. Or, I mean, if you have it, an amazing backhand turnover. Is this a forehand for you?
No, this is actually a backhand. I take my Kona Panis Emperor and put it on a big Anheuser and know and trust that it's going to come out at the end.
Wow. So is that a pretty understable disc then?
Yeah, it's pretty flippy.
Nice. Of course, being left-handed doesn't hurt.
Oh no, when you can just put it right next to the basket.
Holy cow, really? That is amazing. I mentioned this on some of the other coverage, but it is so humbling to see how these guys play these courses. It's amazing. Little plinko there in the trees. Hopefully he's got a shot out of it. You called it, Deann. You know, I was thinking somebody would throw a forehand here, and with the exception of the left-handed guy, everybody threw a backhand turnover. Man, even from deep in the woods there, Ricky still gave it a run. Nice birdie for Nikko.
I know he really wanted that birdie after that double bogey.
Yeah, no kidding. Another good bird. Coming up a par. And Dickerson with just the amazing shot here. Hole 15 played a little bit under par for the day. Hole 16, par 3, 390 feet. This one is a little tricky shot. You got to get past some early trees here. You can go to the left-hand side, you can go to the right-hand side, but you just got a good nest of trees in the middle here. Then at the very end, this is where this is the gift that keeps on giving. The basket is really protected by a lot of trees here at the very end, so it's tough to get it down there. I'm very curious to see what these guys come up with to attack this hole. Nice skip there at the end that gets him down there.
I have a feeling we might see all of the lead card take that left-hand gap, because that's really the gap that you need to take to get big distance.
Yeah, that's a great point.
The right-hand gap, it's there, but it's strictly, I feel like, just for the layup.
Oh, yeah.
Stay up.
That's great distance there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you got a monster turnover, but then, of course, here's Mr. Wysocki doing Ricky things.
I feel like this has to be one of the hardest holes on the course, just simply because it's a par 3.
Yeah. This is definitely one that if you've gotten a birdie on this hole, you've done something almost inhuman. Wow, that's an amazing recovery there from a bad lie.
Get over there.
Oh. He gave it a shot. That's really nice. He really wanted that one too. Everybody's cleaning up their pars here. You were right on the money, Deann. This hole played as one of the toughest holes of the day. Half a stroke over par, the tough par 3. Corey Ellis, one birdie, Corey Ellis on the day. That is something else.
That's a great birdie. I wonder how he got it.
Yeah, I'd love to know. Got it. We got one stroke separating Ricky and Chris at this point, and Zach is just a couple strokes behind there. It's kind of tight here at the top. Hole 17, 3 tee pads. MPO's thrown from the long tee pad here, and it's a straight water shot. The basket is not too far from the edge of the water, and it's on the side of a little slope, so it's all sorts of danger here. If you miss this, on your drive, there's a drop zone back to the left of the basket, which is a very unfriendly death putt.
There was a good bit of wind on this hole, which makes it even scarier.
Yeah, that's not fun. Okay. That
Can't
will
complain
do.
about that.
Yeah. Down. Yep. I was a little worried when I heard that wind picking up right as he was throwing. Whoa, that thing went for a ride. That was looking perfectly fine, and then it went for a ride thanks to the wind there.
You okay?
Looks like Ricky slipped a little bit. But still has a birdie look.
Yeah, he came out just fine with that.
Good birdie from Nikko.
Yep. Cashing it in.
You want to go? Or you want to go?
Looks like we're on the verge of another star frame here. There were some bogeys on the day on hole 17, but by and large there were a lot of birdies from the MPO here. So everybody keeps pace. Hole 18, par 4, 565 feet. But honestly, this is some of the nastiest 565 feet that you're going to come across. This is a really, really, really strong first shot to get it to this corner. And there was a mando, so you don't have the opportunity to throw up and over all these trees. And then it turns hard dogleg right, and it goes uphill on its way there, and then the basket's a good distance past that turn. I'm very anxious to see these guys play this hole. Got caught off on the right hand side there. Right idea, just didn't quite get it far enough to pop it down there in the middle of that next fairway.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised I didn't see Chris pull out a sidearm, because I feel like this is definitely a sidearm tee shot.
Mm-hmm. And Nikko just put that on display perfectly. I mean, that was textbook awesome from him.
See if Ricky can get one up there. A little long, but he's still up there pretty good.
Yeah, he's like 9 feet tall, so he can stretch out beyond the trees there.
Yes.
Zach has left us some work to do here.
Black?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Right in the middle.
This is why these guys are at the top of the game. That was an amazing shot.
Chris is going to go up and over with a putter. Let's see what he can do.
Okay, well, he's just going to put it up about the circle. Seems right. That was amazing.
Little flex forehand for Ricky.
Yeah, Rick.
Man. This... That was amazing.
Sit there.
And Nikko's up there too.
And that wind is just stabling everything out.
Yeah. To see these guys do this, just to let you know, us mere mortals, when we have events out here like league and such, I mean, this is a 5 and up for most players. Ricky just not happy with that, giving himself a talking to. Holy cow, what an amazing birdie. Nikko's got to be happy about that one.
Outside, yeah.
This is another hole that if you get the birdie on, you're definitely getting strokes on, folks.
Yep, Nikko did what only 6 people did today and get a birdie on this one. Nikko got it, Jake Mon, Raven Newsom, Eric Robinson, Evan Scott, and David Weaver got the birdies on this one today. Ricky not happy with that one. Finishing up the middle 9 here, we see Ricky is at 33, Dickerson at 32, Zach at 29, and Nikko sneaking back up here at 25. Thanks to everybody for watching the middle 9 of day 3 of the Holston Creek coverage here, Halloween Open, Hub City. Thanks especially to Great Courses of South Carolina, Infinite Discs, and Pro Pool for supporting H-Run Pro and this coverage. Thanks to the patrons on Patreon for supporting H-Run Pro. If you like what they're doing, like, subscribe, follow, and do whatever you can for these guys. I can't say enough that it's important to support coverage like this because we all take advantage of free disc golf rounds coverage of pros every day, and you just can't get that normally. And the only way they're able to do it is if we support it. So if you have some extra cash, please go support these guys on Patreon. Thanks for myself and for Deann. We will see you on the back 9 of Holston Creek.